Hey guys, Jengar here. So today I have a premium review for you featuring the P-51 D20 North American. We're gonna take a look at this plane in realistic battle and in arcade. We'll see if this plane performs and we'll see if it's worth your money. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. Those three guys you saw behind me, they chased me away from 7 kilometers. I was in a fight with the two BF-109s, and then the 190 came from even higher altitude and I had to dive away. Now in a dive you can pretty much run away from everything in this plane. It's very fast in a dive, picks up its speed quite nicely, and when you're fast and on altitude the plane performs very well. It's very maneuverable at high speeds, and it's very good turner even at high speeds above 450 kilometers an hour. But as we're coming back for these guys, they didn't follow me, of course. They ended the chase. We get the A4 here. As I created distance, they dove down on these guys and got distracted, and that allowed me to come back in and start to work on these guys with the 50 cals. I have universal on these guns right now, but I could actually see where I was shooting a little bit. Here goes the second one, and we already got 2 of those guys, and that was very nice because it gave me a little bit of feeling of revenge, as those guys really chased me off the high altitude. I was there by myself, and I was doing a good job of fighting off the 109s, and could even get a shot at a certain point, although I was getting slower when the 190 came into the deal, and that really forced me to break off these guys. I was recognized by Pigeon B here earlier in the match. He was one of the guys attacking me. And let's see, there's 4 guys involved in this guy now. Now the top speed in the dive of this plane is fantastic. I don't want to overshoot here, so slow the plane down a little bit, get a shot in on the F4, and that's it. The exact 3 guys who were fighting me on altitude got all 3 of them. That's pretty nice. And the guns were working for me as well. Of course, if you get the guns on target and you give a good burst, the 50 cals can still do their thing. Now we had to go a long way, activate a blind hunt to see one of those guys, the P-47, land on their airfield, and while we were making our way there, we got a beat on this 190 here, which was just taking off from the airfield actually, and was making his way towards us. Now we get a perfect opportunity to attack him here from above, exactly what this plane does best. It is the perfect boom and zoomer, this plane. I would only take a grade away from perfect because of the guns. And you will see what I mean here. Oh, well, that's good because of the guns. Normally this would have been a kill with many other planes. Now we just get a fire and he might get a chance to recover. This match my aim was spot on, and all the bursts that I did shoot, the initial bursts were all killers. But if you miss your initial burst with this plane, the enemy is alerted, and even if you hit sometimes, you do not always get the kill shots with this gun. Well, you do get that on many cannon carrying planes. Now we get the left wing of this guy and got our 4th kill here. Making a good show. This version is pretty similar to the D10. Of course the D30 is the best one in game we have right now, and the D5 is the worst between hooks, because even the D5 is still very good. If you want to look at my review on that, you can. It's on the channel. It was a very good match, and had some good results in that plane. So I also had that in the D30. So basically you can make all the P-51Ds work. without a doubt. Now this guy is a pretty good pilot. He had 3 kills, and I had to cool off my overheating engine just before the engagement started. So he gets the opportunity to shoot at me here, because I basically forcefully had to lower my energy state to cool down the engine before going into this fight, because it is almost dying right here already. He didn't get me though, he stalled out. He did get some 50 cals landing on my tail there, but no vital damage. I can still move the elevator. I thought he was going back to the airfield here. Didn't want to run into the AA, so I turn off to the left here as he is extending, and I decide to wait for a little bit, see if he wants to come back or not. But here already my allies are coming in for the final kill, 4 of them. But we might still be able to get a shot in, let's see. Now here we go. We're getting into range. Get a burst off, some hits. Come on, let's get our ace. Let's get our ace. A hit. Another hit. Come on. A crit with a fire. Yes, come on. We can get him. God damn it. No ace. No ace. But how close did we get there, right? Oh man, that was close. That's my fire. But oh well. 4 kills, 1 assist, first place in the team. Not a bad show. You can't really complain about the P-57. Now don't look at these rewards, because I had a booster on. 200% booster on Silver Lions, I believe. Terror of the Sky and Bulletproof. 285,000 Silver Lions and 8,200 research points for nothing, because we're finished with the American tree. First place, I'll see you in the arcade match. And here we are, let's see. We're on a 1 airfield domination match somewhere in Russia. And we are going to go for this Beaufighter. Again, we climbed to altitude as much as we could. This basically looked like the beginnings of a clusterfuck, with everybody going low. You don't want to be low in the P-51. You want to work from altitude. As like I said, this is a boom and zoomer. It has good energy retention, actually fantastic energy retention. Decent acceleration. It's good in the dive. Top speed in the dive is fantastic. And it has all the characteristics like I said. But you gotta keep it fast. You gotta keep it fast. That's vital in this plane. Now there goes the Beaufighter finally. And we push on. Checking our 6 and our side there. Getting the King Cobra here as well, who's basically on the top of his climb. Because we've got people coming back in. You want to keep an eye on that in arcade, of course. Not only doesn't it end with 16 players or 12 or whatever you start the match with, but you have respawning planes, and some of those will be people that you shot down, so you've got the extra weight of people looking for revenge. And that's why in arcade really situational awareness and reflexes are vital in this mode. As you know, you've seen me fly arcade lots of times, but altitude and the tactical advantage over your opponent is always the most important thing, especially in something fragile like a P-51D. These planes, they can take a hit sometimes, really depends on where you are hit, but they are more fragile than the average plane. Very thin wings, for example. Let's see, we have a P-51 here making a turn there on lower altitude. We get him, we put him on fire. Now we have the F4U we saw earlier, who's here. Let's see, we do get the P-51. We only get hit on the Corsair, unfortunately. And we go back for altitude. That guy keeps turning there. We could have turned again, but then you lose all your speed and your opportunity to reset. Now here we have a Key 43 on altitude, very dangerous plane on altitude. Good climber, great turner. Let's see if we can get this King Cobra. He's turning to the left and we adjust there. Shoot him out of the sky. And again we climb. Let's see if that Key 43 is gonna remain on altitude, which would constitute a problem for me. Or if he's gonna continue to dive down there. He was already diving when I looked back. And he dived down the whole way, looks like. Yeah. Now if he's gonna turn down there, we will be supreme again on altitude. Although we do see this Yak 9 here. Now the guns take a little bit of longer time on the targets in arcade because of the damage models. And so you gotta take that into account when you're aiming. But for the rest the plane is really capable of really working really well. In the boom and zoom roll. Now this Yak 9, let's see what we can do. We went out of the way here. Basically I underestimated his energy here because I didn't think he could turn that quickly, but obviously he did. So he did get some hits in on my midsection. And basically just damaging me, giving me a fuel leak. It's not going down that quickly and we have a lot of fuel on this plane, so we can sustain that for quite a while. But yeah, that was a miscalculation on my side there. Let's see if we can take some revenge on that guy. Here he comes. Take the aim. And yes, there he goes. That'll teach him for shooting at me. Let's go for this P-47 here. Nope, no. Just a hit, just a hit. And we get out of the way again. We do have a Spitfire on our ass. We shot this guy down earlier, by the way. He wants some piece of me. Revenge. Of course, very, very human to want revenge. I've done it a few times myself here and there. And more times than not, it gets you in a situation you don't want to be in and gets you killed again. But yeah, that's let's see if he wants to turn off. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, so we continue to extend a little bit. Don't want to turn immediately and find out that that was a trick move and that he turns immediately back into getting a chance probably for a shot. Spitfire is more maneuverable when we're slow, but even a Spitfire has trouble keeping on a tail of a Mustang when the speeds are high, because this plane really turns well when the speeds are high. And but of course, the moment you start turning, you slow down, and then the turners will get the advantage again. So you don't really want to have a turn fight anyway, even at high speeds, because those speeds will become lower and lower. We're gonna go for the Spitfire here, and then hopefully go back up again and make a turn to the left, and probably be able to find another target then. That's how I usually want to set up my approaches. You set up an approach so you can make another approach. There goes the Spitfire. We take it back up. We're looking around, checking our surroundings. No new in-spawning planes right now, so we're going for that bunch over there. We have 400 kilometers an hour, which is a good cruising speed for the P-51. You can do a lot from this speed. You can still perform. You can dive away. You can make a turn. You can engage. This is a good cruising speed, 400. Let's see. There are a few planes that are coming in again, but we're focused on this group here. We're gonna go for it. Let's see what develops here. Which target we'll start with. Probably the Hurricane, looks like. And we do crit his tail. And don't turn immediately, just extend away, because people will be interested in you when you fly through a group of opponents like that. But with 700 speed that we were holding, nobody will be able to. catch us here. Now, in the meantime, if you're counting red and blue, you can see that it doesn't look good. We still have 3 other allies there, but we are hugely outnumbered right now. And I see basically 1, 2, 3, something like 6 allies left against a good 10 or 11 of the enemy. Now we have 2 people here coming for me. I shot both of these guys down, I believe. And the American Dream guy again, who I already shot down twice, has come for me as well again. He was hell-bent to take revenge. And this guy as well, let's see, I believe he was in a Corsair before as well. There he goes. Okay, let's see, we're still leaking fuel, but we still have 14 minutes, so that's pretty extensive, the fuel load on this thing. Unfortunately, we don't get another chance on American Dream there. Gets shot down by the PE3. We have 5-6 opponents here. Get the LA5 while we're passing through. Maybe we can get the A4. 2 hits? No, nothing else. Unfortunately. Oh, what is that? We have a tail, of course, from that whole group of 6. Shot down 1, there were 5 left. And we picked up 3 of them. 1 is turning off, the A6M is turning off. We're going too fast for him, but this is pure rudder and elevator movement with C engaged. I'm looking behind me with C, and I'm on the keyboard. I'm using the elevator and the rudder. Now the Yak 1B turning over here. Let's see if we can get him, but it looks like the match is almost done. We can't finish that fight. Look at that red. This match would have been over anyway, but yeah, 8 kills, 2 assists. It didn't catch me though. Let's see what we got. We got Survivor, 51,000 Silver Lions and 5,000 research points. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now, all in all, this plane is a bit similar like the P-51 D20. The great plane, good boom and zoomer, fantastic plane on altitude, turns very well there, is very maneuverable there when it has good speed, and great in a dive, good top speed, acceleration is good, energy retention is fantastic. The guns are decent, they work. Sometimes you just get hit, but if you get a prolonged burst on target, you will shoot people down in both modes as well. So yeah, it's a P-51. If you like them, this plane is definitely worth the money. If you have trouble with your aim and you're still working on that, they are wing mounted guns. It might be not your best option. You might go for example the F4, the American F4 first, the 109. It might be a better choice in the beginning because it has a 20mm cannon, but if you know what you're doing with aiming and you like the Mustangs, then this is a no-brainer. It gives great rewards with its boosted percentages on the rewards, and for the rest, a great plane. Just really a great plane, P-51D Mustang. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.